Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Thank you to all you beautiful subscribers with all your fun and great and amazing comments. I wake up so happy to read them because you guys are hilarious and it's so much fun. So today I got to do one of my favorite things. I got to go see some of my old coworkers, Phyllis and just all my favorite people, Mabel and Matt, and it made my day. So hi all you guys. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is super fun. I had this idea because everybody was so into sort of like what people are thinking about them, what they're fantasizing about them, what is going on in other people's minds. So I had a couple people say, well, what do they think of my physical appearance? Because that is definitely to each his own, you know what I mean? It's very individual, it's very personal. Some people absolutely love big brown eyes, which I think is so sweet. Some people, you know, they love long blonde hair, just things like that. And it's so funny with redheads, and it's so funny because so many of my relatives have red hair. Like women are like, oh no redheads, no redheaded men. And I'm like, because it is funny, they can either be drop dead gorgeous, right? Or they can just be like, I don't like Ronald McDonald. I don't know. It's not great. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is, what do they think of my physical appearance? What is the thing that draws them to me about my physical appearance, especially upon first meeting me? What do they think about when they think of me? Is it my hair, my eyes? Do they think how I'm shaped is nice? Because it's funny, people like thick people like skinny minis, people like everything. And I worked with these funny people, and they were always looking for what they called their thick, sexy ladies, these Spanish guys. They love them. These Puerto Rican guys, they're like, oh, I love them. So yeah, people were saying, well, what do they think of my physical appearance? And what kind of difference does it make? You're not going to believe what just popped out. Oh my God, I have to have some water. I have this alkaline water with baking soda and lemon juice in my fancy chalice from Home Goods, because if you have high acidity in your body, it's not good for you. So dudes, this is what popped out, and it's funny it's the devil because it came out my last read for what do they fantasize about me. Now this is one of the things with the devil. It can be about ego. It can be about all those things. And you never want to think of somebody solely on how they look, because I tell you what, boom, like that interest burns off. It has to be internal. It has to be, are they kind? Are they good? You know, wow, that's crazy. I know it's like the devil. People always get nervous with that card, and basically it's just chains. It's chains of attachment. And you see those people, they lead miserable lives, like whatever, the rock stars or whatever. I have to have a beautiful woman on my arm. I have to have a supermodel. Think of all the strife and the bullcrap they go through, because it's also superficial and things like that. Like think of poor Orlando Bloom with Miranda Kerr, that nightmare that was, off with Justin Bieber and doing whatever she wanted, because I feel like there's blessings and curses with different looks, you know what I mean? I feel like people are given all kinds of gifts, and rarely are people super good looking, funny, athletic, creative, all those things. Yeah, it's rare. That doesn't happen a lot. You know what I mean? And you have to cultivate those areas of your personality depending on who you're dealing with. I learned very young that I had to have a lot of different facets. I had a lot of brothers, and they were good athletes. And I was the youngest, and I didn't want to be left behind. So I was like, I want to play, I want to partake, I want to be part of the fun. And I don't want to, look and stand like a loser, because the thing about athletes, they don't even know they're saying some of the things they say, but loser is a lot in their repertoire, weak is in their repertoire. So I was like, F this, I'm getting my black belt, I'm doing this, I'm going to become ambidextrous so I can do that. I can literally play any sport except for maybe polo. I've never tried that. And I'm not great at basketball. I hate running back and forth, but I can legit pass as pretty good softball. I pitched at. I can get by because I learned that young. I was like, I want to keep up. I had to learn how to play stuff and do stuff. And yeah, because when you're young, those formative years, especially between 1 and 12, you want to be accepted. So what we're going to do is, what do they think about my appearance, and sort of how do they rate that on their scale? So we're going to do pick a card. So I'm going to do it like this. I loved this so much. This girl, I was like, oh, I love it. So I'm going to do 1 and 2. I'm going to do 2 stacks because I'm going to have several fun cards in them, and I want you to be able to really concentrate on one. Sometimes if you do too many stacks or choices, it gets crazy. And I'm going to storyboard it. By doing this, when I do 3 or more cards, I get a really clear picture. Now, one of the great things about the universe, relationships, all those things, is we realize really fast what matters, you know what I mean? And to be an effective, loving human being, you don't want to place a lot of importance on looks. It is part of society. I mean, you don't want to, you know, come out of Mordor, the Middle Earth, and be a troll-looking thing, you know. But I mean, sometimes it's like, I'm guilty of that. I always think if I'm going to the grocery store, I'm like, great, this is when I'm going to run into people I haven't seen in years, and they're going to think basically that I live in an outhouse under Detroit. You know what I mean? When you still, I don't leave the house in slippers and stuff, but you know, when your hair is just like crazy hair Meg from Bethlehem green, and you just are, it's all scurvy looking. But yeah, you get self-conscious, right? If you haven't she's not supposed to go that way. You go there. Yeah, you don't want to be looking too scary. But the cool thing is, it's like your family and friends, and if you're relaxed, and people love you for you anyway, all the time. They don't care what you look like. But every once in a while, it's nice for you, for your own self. That's why I'm going to start doing this, and I'm making this promise on air. Because I said today being September 11th, that's why I also told everyone that if you go on my, if you click on the link below, I'm doing readings for half off today for September 11th, only for today, and I will return your read within 48 hours. If I have to work around the clock, I'm going to do this for the first 20 people that order, because that's probably all I can fit in the agenda, and I want to manage it and do it right. So yeah, if you go on, you click on that link for a read, the 40 read is only 20, the 60 read is only 30. It's for today. It's give back day for sure. And what I'm going to start to do too is I'm going to do some beautifying stuff for people in hospitals and hospices, and you know, just keep them company. I think it's so nice. So anyway, this was a chit chat portion. I'm going to have everything timestamped, so if you want to go right to your picks, you can do that. So what I'm going to do, I love this. I always do this. I like a little reflection things. I'm going to put a card down for you to pick which one you like to choose from. Oh my gosh, you know what I don't have? I don't have my glasses. I'm going to wing this, because I tell you what, I'm back at the very edge of the thing and I just can't. Protect the wild and green will be number 1. Protect the wild and green. Number 2, see yourself in nature. They're very close. A lot of it is very natural. It's funny, if I had a certain device, I could call one of my assistants, which is a family member, to help me. I know these cards inside out, but it's weird. It's a habit. It's like sometimes things are so blurry. So anyway, this is 1 and this is 2. So focus on it. What do they think of my physical appearance, and how big a deal is it to them? Okay, so I am going to start over here. Embrace the feminine. So of course, what they find attractive about you, if you're a female, they like what they don't have. They obviously like your curves. They like your breasts. They like your upper chest. They find you attractiveness. They like feminine. They love skirts. They like flowy blouses, longer hair, softer voices. So definitely the feminine aspect, and let the emotions flow. So that what else they find attractive about you is your. So it's going to be personality traits as well, physical and personality traits. They like that you share things. So you're letting your emotions flow. You're like, hey, this is really a sensitive issue to me. It makes me sad because, you know what, somebody that might think they're lacking, they're like, okay, I don't have that of an advanced vocabulary because maybe English isn't my first language. They like also that you don't laugh or treat others like they're being silly when they don't understand something. Now, when another human being belittles another human being for something that they're lacking or they don't have that skill set in, let's be real here. Not everyone's a musician, a linguist, a mathematician. Like, I am the village idiot when it comes to math. People give me more than 2 digits, like 2 double digits to add together, and I literally have to start almost counting on my hands. And it's weird because money and numbers are every day. My brain does not work like that. I can pull any word out of midair in the whole Encyclopedia Britannica, but you asked me to do mathematics, and my husband always makes fun of me, and that's fine with him. But like in a business sense, when I've been in that and somebody thinks they're better than, and they start poking fun at me, it's like I don't lash out and go, well, you know, you dress like Charlie Brown and your friends are your plants, basically. You know what I mean? You know those people because they always, I call it the jock syndrome, where it's always putting someone else down and thinking it's funny, but it's not. And they find your exceptional kid gloves with people, and the way that you respond to people if they need help and assistance or they're called out. I feel like you come to the rescue. If somebody feels uncomfortable, they feel silly, I feel like you help them, and you're always talking and clearing the lines of communication, which is wonderful. And make the sacrifice. Here's the thing too. They like, if I feel like some of you do go to the gym, you go for walks, you're making the sacrifice, you're giving up those 1 or 2 things in your diet that aren't great for you, and you're being shown results. It's coming to fruition. Usually it's your skin that clears up first. Your skin starts to look great, so they really find your skin attractive. Like they love your skin. It looks very, I'm like, oh, they love your skin. It's like moist and beautiful, you know what I mean? Some people, if they overdrink or they over imbibe in things, they get, I don't know what's happening with my hair, they get serious problems with their skin. But you take care of yours. And also I feel, I just get a thing for this group, that you smell really good. You like perfumes and oils, and they are digging it. Yeah. Say, okay, I need to storyboard this. I'm going to put it out in front of me. We got the Knight of Swords. Ooh, I love it. See, this print is big enough for someone like the Devil again, and I shuffled the living shit out of that, so that's crazy. Okay, so let me tell you what this means. I'm going to hold them in front of me too. They more speak to me when they're laid out in front of me, and it helps. So these are your cards, and I'm going to speak on them one by one and go down the list. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm so excited about this. I can't even deal. I was so happy when I saw this. Look at that. Are you guys so excited for Halloween? Okay, so I'm excited for this. And I'm going to keep the chit chat to a minimum because I realize it's easy to go off track. But isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, so the Devil was last. I like when it happens to this. And when I do this, this one is left to right, and I work differently, but this one goes in line like this. So you have your Knight of Swords, okay? Your knight is always chivalrous and ushers in things. 6 of Swords is celebratory. It's like you just won something, but you earned that. It's not like you won the lotto. You earned something. You earned some kind of accolades. You crested some hill, so you did something. I think it's at work. You came up with an idea, and it's going to push something forward and elevate your company and your coworkers. 5 of Pentacles, it's going to earn you guys some green, and then the Devil, and this is very easy to define. So what this draws a clear picture to me about what they find attractive about you physically and in your personality is that you have your shatola together. You know what I mean? You take care in your appearance, but you don't overdo it. You're not shellacked head to toe with makeup. You know what I mean? You have a gentle touch in it, but it brings out the best in your features when you do that. You smell really good. They just love it. I feel like you choose more natural scents, you know, like Quiet Rose or something like that. They like that. It's not overdone. Now, what they love about your personality is when you're being celebrated or you do something, you're completely humble about it. You're like, yeah, it's no biggie. You know what I mean? You pass this, you're like that gypsy van or horse. They're trained from very young to be able to go to the top of the hill without stopping. They do not stop. They're trained you can't stop, because what happens if you stop on a hill halfway up and you're tired? You can't get going again, or you even start going backwards. It's like that. So when you see a goal, you just go, 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 and you go get it, and you're doing that, and they love that, but you're humble when you achieve that. Excuse my glamorous chalice of Normandy over here. So yeah, you see that crest of that hill, and you're just going for it. That's fantastic. I love that. I love that. So they love your humbleness. And 5 of Pentacles, you earn your own money, and you're secure and sound in what you do, and you know what to do with your money. You know how to spend your money. You don't just razzle dazzle, make it rain, that type of thing. You know how to spend it. And I feel that's something they find really attractive on you right here too, is I feel like they really like this part. It's like they like your eyes and your hair. I feel like you have a drape of hair or something they find very attractive. You know, like loose bangs on the side or something. They just find it very seductive and sweet, male or female. And then the Devil, they like that you have a little bit of a raunchy sense of humor. That's what I get from that. That can be shackles of a different sort, but when it's pertaining to what they find physically attractive in personality, you have a little bit of a funny, raunchy sense of humor. You like to drop some F-bombs here and there. You like to talk about real life stuff, you know, which sometimes is crazy and nuts, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is really good. So I'm going to just I spread those out, but we only need one of those. I'll look in the tell story. That's great. Yeah, but you're being lauded. You're also going to be celebrated for something, and the person loves that you're just super chill about it. And you're like, yeah, I did that. I don't need a medal. I don't need something crazy. So we got our King of Swords. We got our 10 of Discs. And our 6. Okay. So, yep. So, yeah, these are a story unto themselves, but I like how they storyboard to me, and then I just have one. Another thing they find very attractive about you is your midsection, your torso. I feel like you're very proportional in your torso, and they like to watch you when you turn and you do things. You know what I mean? How if there's a drape or something that goes in, whatever your form is that your sort of crush is watching, they like the shape, whether it's appley or it goes in, whatever it is. I just feel that they want to put their arms around that area of your body. They want to go, and shake it up. I love that. Isn't that so cool? So yeah, it's mainly this. When they see you coming in and walk in a room, they're excited. They want to watch you walk. They want to see how you move. They love how you interact with people. That's one of the big things. That you're a very generous nature, but you also have a really great carriage. And there's nothing, and I don't care what anybody says, it's more attractive than someone who has a little bit of, not like swag, like I'm the coolest, just confidence, you know what I mean? They don't have their head glued in their phone. That's such a turn off to me. You know, when people walk in a building and there's hundreds of people, that says nothing, like nothing says super insecurity like that of someone who can't get out of their head out of their phone. And it's fine if you're busy and it's business, but you can tell those people they might not even be on their phone. They just don't want to interact due to fear or whatever. How are you going to get out there and meet people and have them be attractive to you if that whole thing is a neon light that says, do not enter, do not talk to me, I'm closed off, I don't want to know you? Nothing's going to happen if you do that. So eye contact, hello. I got to know friggin' dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people within my first week of my last job by always saying hello, looking at their name badges, initiating conversation. They were from all over the world. And my favorite thing to do during the day was go get a couple bottles of pop and go upstairs and talk to the dishwashers. They were Haitian and they were funny and hilarious, and like within 2 days I went from I was their friend to their queen, and I used to laugh and anybody goes, how'd you go from their friend to their queen? They hate everybody. I said, you know what, I learned their name and I said hello, and that was like it. Seriously, because people do not like to feel invisible. They don't like to feel like workhorses, stuff like that. Okay, so that if that was you, that is fantastic and it resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and my link is below if you need any further information. And just remember today, because it's September 11th, if you click on the link, any price on there for any readings is cut in half today, and I am going to do your readings within 48 hours. First 20 people, because today is Give Back Day for sure, and it's like I just want to communicate and be out here and talk to you guys anyway, so you know what I mean? I can't believe I'm doing this without my glasses and it's working. So group number 2, I am excited. All right, let's get this going. I love when, you know, people love compliments and they like to feel good. So the fact that they're even being paid attention to is so nice sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, anybody can, I don't know, whack on those shorts, those butts, like hot pants. They can put, I'm like, what's that word? I'm like, not leisure pants, mind you. Yeah, hot pants, and they can push up bra and they can shellac the shit out of their face with makeup, but it's all an artifice. You know what I mean? And when all that falls away, it means very little. It's very nice for people to be attracted to physical traits, but more importantly, it's important for them to be engaged up here. But it's part of the attraction, especially males too. Women are much more cerebral, but oh my God, if you picked up, so excited for you. Here's why. Here's your cards. You have the Knight of Wands. Oh my God, you have the Queen of Wands. So whoever this person is, they're a perfect match for you. The World and the Knight of Pentacles. So you have 2 knights surrounding each side of these. So you have the Knight of Action, and you have, and you know, in finances, knights. They usher in more quickly. They usher in news, money, action. They're movers, but they're very gallant about how they do things, and they're prepared. They're mentally prepared to communicate. You know, they're more advanced socially and things like that, these 2. Now, what this tells me about what they think of you and your thing, you're more in the middle. You're more the world and the queen. This is the person around you in your sphere. I have to read from the out to the in with this one because it's very clear. but it's very sort of different. So the person observing you, a male or female, looking in at you, what they find very attractive about you, and it's funny, it's mostly everything, and here's why. It's the entire package, because the way, it's going to be 10 more minutes, Haig. Yeah, 10 more minutes. Yeah, 2 more, wrap it up, 10 more minutes, okay? Thanks. That's my helper and my advisor, and also my teenage son. He's my cameraman, because people know about camera garbage and it just gets me crazy. So it's your whole package. They not only find you physically attractive, but that's even falling by the wayside. They could care less. However, they are very proud when you're with them or they're speaking to you or whatever. Whatever it is you are, their cup of tea, you know, whether it's, I see brown hair and brown eyes and like those sweet things. Like, I love brown eyes. I just feel like they're so expressive and so lovely. I feel like blue and green eyes are very magical, but they can be a little cooler, where brown is always very warm. So I see that, but I see that they love your eyes. I see them completely when they're centered on you. They're really looking at you, and I picture them always looking at you wherever they are. I don't know, behind a bookcase, a desk, whatever, when they come in their office or they're in your sphere, really trying to just look at your face. It makes them very relaxed and happy. But your persona is so gentle and warm and together that it is the complete package, you know, that is you and your laughter, your silliness. I feel like you have some weird ass quirks too. Like, I don't know, I just picture that, what is that? That's that crazy whirring toy that you always whir around. I feel like you have fidgety, yeah, it's like a fidget or whatever. I feel like you're fidgeting with things. I feel like you're always spinning your keys, your pen, your pencils, you're tapping. You're that person that has their hands always busy, you know what I mean? Oh my God, excuse me, I get so excited when I start getting like clear pictures in my head. Yeah, I feel like you're constantly moving your hands, and they feel like that's adorable. I feel like you twirl your hair. And if you're a man, I just feel like you play with your watch. I feel like you're hands people, and they love that. And the world is like, it's a huge manifestation thing too. If you will this person to you, it's very easy this time of year. They are gung-ho for you, seriously. So all it's going to take is that, you know, that eye to eye in that moment with them saying, hey, what are you doing? You want to get a cup of coffee? I just got this. I'm so not. I was going to throw in some math and try to sound smart, but I can't do math. I was like, oh yeah, you got some of those nickel chloride calibrations in the lab going on. I'll come help you. Like, I know physicists and they try to talk to me and I'm like, I feel like SpongeBob, like standing there with this spatula. I'm like, I can talk philosophy, art, any of that stuff. Can't talk mathematics. I go into like meltdown mode and I'm like, you ever have someone go, well, can I pay 42 on this and 24 on that and this and that and that? I'm like, I just need a banker. I can't do it. But this person that's looking at you, it's like, they just see you as special, but like in a really unique way. They feel like a lot of other people are in a box and they're vanilla, but they feel like you're like the spice of life. The little things you do, your little quirks, they love it. They wouldn't change it in a minute. Whether it's a crooked tooth, you know, a little crazy haircut. I feel like you like crazy hair colors sometimes too. I have different fingernails, different colors, all those things that you like, really cool offbeat stuff, and they love that. That's what they love about you and your personality. They're not only physically attracted to you, but yeah, the whole thing. They just like the whole shebanger. They dig it. So honor Gaia, of course, yeah. Mother Earth, they find you like an Earth Mothery too. They feel like you like plants and you like animals and you're very connected to that. Huge turn on. Do not fear the unknown. Your curiosity, for sure. And vice versa. It's your curiosity. They want to learn stuff. They're like, I'm Googling this. I'm going to find out about, you know, that weird worm that lives in Antarctica that knows how to speak French, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just the unknown. I'll do that. If I hear something weird anywhere, I'm like, I'm in on that. But I also, for this, and because a lot of this stuff I'm into, life coaching, and a lot of people have poor diets, that's a big part of what can screw people up. I start learning about it, and they love that about you, that you're like, I want to know stuff. I want to know stuff. I want to know large amounts of stuff, and I want it brought to my computer right now. And embrace the dark. That too, they like about you that I see some of you being kind of goth and like really cool and artsy, and you like tattoos and stuff like that. And they like that. They really like that. That's a huge, huge turn on. A lot of people are always like trying to cover up tattoos, stuff like that. This person watching you, they dig it. They like goth. They like tattoos. They like that you're into mystical stuff, esoteric stuff. that suits them just fine. They dig it. Nice. I'm going to take 3 from this too. So if you're on the second one, I'm just choosing these. Wouldn't mean anything to you at this stage, but it does help just storyboard something for me. Plus, this is like way too graphic to even put out there. I can't even believe. I'm just going to shake for 1 second. I'm like, everything is very explicit. Only I feel like this is the opposite of what this is showing. This is showing some domineering personality. I think they like that you're domineering. Like you're not going to take any toot. They're the type of thing where they would try to give you some toot and bam, you'd be right back in their face in a split second and they're just kind of put in their place and they love that. They are not going to get one over on you. You're going to winner chicken dinner in any kind of verbaling spar, whatever. But it's very natural, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is coming about more and more. You may not be involved in this interaction right now, but it's very soon. People are getting together for Halloween and some drinks and places, and this person's going to come out of their shell and they're going to talk to you about that. So that's fantastic. Yeah, you attract them just because of your essence and the way you are, and that's so beautiful. You know, it's like, give me this thing. Wee. All you can be is you, right? People love authenticity. If you're a people pleaser, nobody knows where they stand, right? You're like, who is this person? What do they really like? If they say yes to everything, they can't like everything. That would be crazy, right? So, yeah, just being your authentic self. Laugh at what you think is funny, not what you think they think is funny. And you are that type of person too. That's why when they say something, you're like, yeah, mayor of nowhere, you can go now, you know, like that sort of thing. You like to be silly. And yeah, it's really beautiful. I feel like all this crazy cool manifestation is coming. People are getting their wishes that are on board with just straight thinking. They're not going, oh, if only. No, they're just going, I am going to do straight line, no monkey mind. Everybody coming from hell with the honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. That's it. When you talk like that, you're so light. Nothing bothers you. Nothing gets in your way. You don't have to clarify anything. You're not hiding anything. And I said on one of my last videos too, if you ever want to clarify something with somebody, if you're in a relationship and you think anything dodgy is going on, you don't have to follow through on this, but you ask this one question, say, can I see your phone for a sec? That's all you do. And if they look hesitant, scared, or anything for anything, you don't have to look at that phone. You already know something dicey going on. There's a lot of dishonesty sometimes with men. So you've got to face it. You got to be intelligent. You got to communicate and educate. Educate yourself, protect yourself, value yourself, hold a high value on yourself, and teach others to do the same. That's just how you got to do it. It takes years and years and years. You know, I've been alive almost 50 years, and sometimes I'll fall into old habits, and I'm like, hell to the no. This person will take the living hell out of everything. I've known it my whole life, you know, relatives and whatnot. Place a high value on your time and who you are. Don't stand for garbage. You know what I mean? Stand for just your own authentic jive, and it's going to attract those males and females to you because you are the whole package, and that is fantastic. So I hope this resonated with all you gorgeous people, and if it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I want to thank all the regulars and stuff, all your great comments. You're helping me to get so many good ideas. It's so wonderful. And like I said to the first group and at the beginning, today only, because it's September 11th, the first 20 people that go to my bottom link and they want to purchase an individual reading, it is half off. So if it's the $40 read, it is $20. If it is the $60, it is $30. Remember my math? I was like, what's half of 60? I almost like had to take a minute. I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Yes, today only first 20 people. I'm doing that. Today's a day to give back, and I'm hoping to be able to do some stuff and bring some stuff to firehouses and stuff. Yeah, I feel really, it's harvest time for us, so we have to give back. That's what helps everything thrive. What comes around goes around. We all know about karma. We know that, yes? We do. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I cannot tell you this. I wake up energized and galvanized every day because I get to talk to you guys and we all get to communicate and connect, right? We need to connect.